Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Jael, for those of you that don't know. So today we are going to be playing around with these e.l.f. bite-sized eyeshadow palettes. I am so excited for these. They look so cute, and my mother actually has some of these already, and she has raved about them. And my mother very rarely raves about makeup of any kind, so I have very high hopes for these. I am going to try and keep a majority, if not everything that I use, affordable, but I do have one or two products that aren't affordable, and one of them is this Louise base. This is a really fantastic base. I'm sure you've heard of it by now. If you have not, definitely check it out. It's a brand over in the UK. They're sold, I believe, at Ulta and Morphe. And they just have really, really great products. You can also buy them originally from the brand's website, but this base is awesome and it lasts a very long time. So I'm going to just apply this here on my palette because I want to make sure that I prime the eyes for the look that I have in mind. I want to really put these shadows to the test today. So we're going to see what happens. Okay, so our lids are primed, so now I'm going to just start dipping into the palette. I actually think I want to start with the deepest color, so I'm picking up the Rosewater Palette, which looks like this. None of these shades have names, but there's only 4 shades in the palette, so you can kind of figure it out. I'm taking this deepest shade here. It actually has a few flecks of shimmer in it, but I have a feeling that it's going to kind of blend out and still work as a matte. I'm going to be taking this and just popping this on the lid. I'm going to try and do a halo eye today with these. We're going to see how it goes because I haven't played with these at all, but I think that it's pretty achievable. So we're going to start off with this shade, and I'm just picking up this Morphe M433 brush to do that. And this looks like it's like a deep brown color with almost like a hint of purple in it. Okay, it's definitely a purpley shade. And it does still have that shimmer in it. It's kind of like a satin shade, so I can still work with this for sure. I know this is already scary. It's already scary to me, honestly, because I'm like, not quite what I was expecting, but I'm gonna make it work. Now to help me kind of blend out this shadow and kind of start bringing in the general look that I want, I'm gonna be going into the Berry Bad palette. I'm taking this deep browny maroon shade right here. And what I'm going to do is just press this kind of on the kind of blended out edges. You'll see. Just like so. I'm letting it come down a bit, and then I'm going back up because I want it to blend. So we have a nice gradient forming. This is already kind of deeper than I thought it was going to be, but it's gonna all work out because we're cutting the crease, so we just kind of want to build a nice little base. Now I'm going in again, and this time I'm going to try and keep this color a little bit lower and then let the rest of the color kind of diffuse upwards. So I'm going to try and concentrate this now a little bit more towards the lid, like so, kind of like at the bottom of our crease. I'm just wiping off some of the excess color on my brush on a little cloth that I have here, and I'm going to move my hand down to the bottom of the handle, and I'm just very lightly in circular motions going to go along the edges of the shadow and kind of start to diffuse things just a little bit. So now I'm picking up this Morphe brush. It does not have a name. It is from their iCredible set. I'm going to pick up this kind of peachy shade right here. It's like peachy brown. And I'm going to take a little bit of that. And again, I am just holding my brush. I'm tapping off the excess and I'm holding my brush kind of towards the bottom here. And I'm going to very carefully press that right along the edge of the last shadow we just placed down. Very carefully and very lightly. And this is honestly going to just help to make things look a little bit more diffused and help to tie the gradient all together. Now again, with just what's already on the brush, very, very light circular motions, holding our brush at the bottom of the handle, we are going to just do little tiny baby circular motions along the outer edge and make sure we're just helping everything to look really blended and diffuse. Go over any harsher areas a few times. So I have the P. Louise base again. I actually have a little bit of this left on my palette here. And I'm just going to be picking up, let's see, which I'm gonna use to cut the crease today. I think I might try this brush. I think this could work. I don't know what, I think this is like a really, really old brush that I got when I first was like kind of playing with makeup in high school. So I don't even know where this brush is from. I think I got it from Dwayne Reed in New York City years and years ago. What I like to do is take my brush and on my palette, and I like to kind of saturate both sides with the product. And then I go on my hand and I flatten out the brush a little bit so that it's kind of shaped how I want it to be. And then I go in and apply the product. I'm gonna actually put more because I definitely lost some product doing that, but that's just kind of how I like to do it to get the shape down. And then once I have the shape of the brush kind of down and have flattened it a little bit, then I can feel comfortable going in and picking up more product. Alright, so if my camera did not catch me explaining what I was doing, basically I just went back with the first shade we had laid down at all, and I just blended out my outer corner just because I wanted to get that halo eye vibe. I'm leaving this inner Now I want to play around and I want to take this purpley shade and pop this on top. I'm also going to be, I don't think I need to wet my brush right now because it's already wet, but if I need to, I will add more shimmer as we go. I'm kind of blown away with how well this is applying and how well this is blending. It's really amazing. Okay. So I'm going to actually take just one more shimmer. I'm going to pick up this lightest kind of palest pink shade, and I'm going to just pop a little teensy bit of that right like in the center of all of our shimmers to really give it that kind of like beaming halo effect. Yeah, I love it because it makes all of the light concentrate right in that area of your eye, and that's like my favorite part of the halo eye. All right, so I am just going to take this brush and I'm just going to start patting my shadow right in here. So what I'm going to do now is with that same brush I just wiped off the excess, I'm going to pick up that deep brownish red shade that we went in with before and tap off a little bit of that excess. And now I'm just going to pat a little bit of this along the edge of where that purple is meeting the shimmer, and I'm going to let that kind of blend there. And now we're going to do this towards the inner part of the lid. And this just is making sure we don't have any harsh lines. To prime, I'm going to be putting my my e.l.f. Poreless Putty Primer in my T-zone, and I'm going to be priming the rest of my face with my e.l.f. JellyPop Dew Primer. For foundation today, I am mixing the shades Golden Honey and Golden in the NYX Born to Glow foundation. So we are picking up our CoverGirl Trublend Undercover Concealers. I'm going to first lay down the shade Golden Amber, and then I'm going to top it off with the shade Golden Natural. I forgot to wet my beauty sponge, so we're going to go do that. So if you've been watching the disaster happen, basically I didn't know this concealer was so fast drying, and I guess I've just never let it sit for as long as I let it sit, which I thought was like maybe 60 seconds at most, but apparently that was too long. And it just did not want to blend out with a sponge. Either that or the sponge is too wet. I don't know what it is, but Auntie Pat McGrath saved the day with this amazing concealer brush. Because when I tell you that this just did the impossible and buffed out like full-on patches on my face, like Pat McGrath remains undefeated, honestly. I don't care what anybody says. I just literally watched a whole miracle happen because of a product that she has. That is next level. I'm going to pick up this Maybelline Fit Me Powder, and I'm going to pick up this brush from Alamar Cosmetics. It doesn't have a name, but I like to use this to do some powder under the eye. I'm going to tap off the excess and close my eyes so that it doesn't get in my contacts and ruin my makeup look like last time. So now I have my basic base done. I do still want to do a teensy bit of cream contouring just because I feel like the eyes kind of call for it. And then we're actually going to be in the home stretch to finish everything up. If you're looking at this and wondering why I'm barely putting any product down, it's because this is the Maybelline Superstay Multi-Use Foundation Stick. This thing is very pigmented and a little bit goes a very long way. So I try to be as light-handed as possible. So now I'm picking up this bronzer from Black Radiance. It's technically a pressed powder that I use as a bronzer. It's in the shade Beautiful Bronze. It is one of my favorite bronzers, and it's not even technically a bronzer. Now I need to go ahead and pop some blush on these cheeks. So I have two options here. I'm between my Profusion Blush 2 palette and this Makeup Revolution blush palette. They have kind of similar shades, but I just don't know which ones I want to go in with. I'm kind of feeling like mixing these two like orangey peachy shades here. This one that has a little bit of a shimmer in it, and this one that's a little bit matte. I don't know, is that too much for this? Or should I do more of like a purple shade? I feel like I should keep it more natural in the face because the eyes are so You know, I feel like I should do peachier because the eyes are darker. I think I'm going to do that. I think I'm just going to go with my gut and do a peachier shade. Because this just looks very natural without being too much. I'm picking up my Danielle brush and I'm just going to swirl it around in here a few times, and then I'm just going to very lightly dust my whole face. I don't put it under my eye too much, but everywhere else I do. Alright guys, so the lashes are on. I just applied these Kiss lashes. They're in the style, you can't see this. I just applied the Kiss lashes. They're in the style Teddy. And now we're going to wrap up our under eye and then do our highlight and do our lips. Actually, I think I'm going to do the highlight first because I'm going to be getting my face a little wet. So let's do that first. I'm picking up this Morphe Continuous Setting Mist. I love this. I think this is like my second or third bottle of it. It's amazing. And for highlight today, I actually have this gigantic palette. This is from Revolution Pro. This is their Pro HD Amplified palette, and we have so many beautiful shades to choose from. But I'm thinking I'm gonna go in with this one. This one just kind of seems to be calling my name. It's so stunning. So I'm gonna highlight with this shade today. This is in the shade Extra, which makes sense. Oh, excellent choice. I do not pick up this palette nearly enough. This is the LA Girl Glide on Pencil Glide Gel Liner. It's in the shade Purple Paradise, I believe. And I'll have everything linked or written down below. We're just going to go ahead and waterline. Put this in our waterline. Alright guys, I just had to very quickly change out my battery on my camera. We're working with this. So I did just waterline with that LA Girl Glide on Gel Pencil and Purple Paradise. Now we're going to do some lower lash work. So I don't want it to be like too dark underneath, so I'm actually just going to use this shade, these two shades. I want to use these two shades that I use up on the top. So now we need to wrap this up and do the lips. So for lips, I'm going to line my lips with my ColourPop BFF3 lip liner. If you know, you know. This is like one of the best lip liners, I think, in the world. All right, I'm gonna go in with this NYX Lip Lingerie shade in this NYX Lip Lingerie liquid lipstick in this shade Cabaret Show. How fitting. You know, I'm an actress. Okay. I'm going to go in with my OFRA liquid lipstick in the shade Verona. I don't know if this is actually doing any lightening at all because it looks like it's the same exact shade. It is. Oh, it's a little bit lighter. I'm sorry guys, I picked out this thinking it's affordable because it's OFRA. This is not affordable, so I did make a flub. This was basically the same shade as this anyway, so you don't need this. I'm sorry. Let me see if I have an affordable lip gloss that will go with this look so we can wrap up this video. I'll be right back. I apparently need to find some affordable lip glosses because I don't really have any that quite go with this. So I'm gonna go in with my Ritzy lip gloss. I know I used this in my last video, but it's one of my favorites and I feel like it goes so well with so many neutral looks. So we're gonna pop this on the lips. Alright guys, my neighbors are starting to play video games and make noise, so that officially means it is time to wrap this up. I am so happy with how it turned out. I think it's absolutely beautiful, and I'm so amazed and impressed by these eyeshadows. I mean, my mom was not wrong at all. These shadows are pure gold. I was able to do this look with $3 eyeshadow palettes. This eye look cost me, technically, I mean, I used the base, the Louise base, but you can use any base really to do that, and this look cost me like $6 plus whatever base you probably already have at home. So really just $6. That's amazing. Amazing, 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 amazing quality, amazing pigmentation, so easy to blend, so easy to work with, and it didn't take me that long. The only reason I'm now battling like the sunlight is because I had that concealer issue, which was really user error. It wasn't the concealer at all. So I'm really happy. All the other stuff I wasn't reviewing because it's stuff that I've used before, but this was something that I was, and I'm so impressed with how well it worked. So if you guys enjoyed this video, please make sure to give it a big thumbs up. Comment down below. Let me know what else you guys would like to see me do. If you'd like to see me do any more with these palettes, any other looks, something a little bit more neutral, something even more glam, let me know. Also make sure to share this video so other people can see it and other people can play around with these beautiful shadows and know about them, because this is such a great deal. And also make sure to subscribe so that you don't miss my next upload. I have a new video coming at you guys tomorrow, which I am so excited for. It's something that I definitely never thought I would be doing on my channel, but it turned out to be a blessing in disguise. So thank you guys so much for watching this video. Thank you guys for putting up with all the technical difficulties that sometimes happen over here. And I will see you all in my next one. Bye, my loves.
Say my name until the city burns and the stars fade away and your scars don't hurt. Stay with me until the last